Hi, Matt, the etrailer, and today we're talking about the Pewag Snox Pro Tire Chains on a 2022 Chevrolet Express van. Now we're going to have this on our rear axle as what the manual recommends, and our tire size today is going to be 245/75 R16. So let's check them out. This is going to be a great set of chains if you're looking for something in between something that's low profile and sturdiness. They're really easy to get on, and especially since they have the self-tensioning feature to them, they're going to tighten as you drive and get you through those moderate snow and ice conditions. So let's take a closer look at them. These chains are going to be constructed from a nickel manganese alloy steel, so they're going to be very durable, and they're going to last you through those different weather conditions and be more corrosive resistant. We're also going to have these grooves to the links, and that's going to provide you extra bite through the ice and snow. Along with that, we're going to have that square link design, which is also designed for that as well. We're going to have this diamond pattern, and what's really nice about a diamond pattern is it's going to apply more surface area to your tire, overall giving you more traction. And they're going to sit relatively low, and that's actually going to make them still Class S certified. Taking a closer look at the center, you'll notice we have these red links. And this is going to be a powder coat on them, so if they hang a little bit too low at some point and make contact with your rim, they're going to be less likely of scratching that up. And right next to that, we're going to have our self-tensioning system. As you drive, this will apply pressure to your chains so they don't loosen up. And they're going to come two to a set in this pretty small, compact case. I like it because it feels pretty durable, and if you unzip it, you'll notice we have a pouch on either side to keep your chains in, so they're not going to get tangled together. Overall, I think this is going to be a great option for you. We've had a lot of neighbors really like these chains for when they're using this for light to moderate snow and ice conditions. Now, if you're going through anything a little bit more heavier, then I'd recommend just upgrading to a larger link size, whether it be a Pewag or a Titan tire chains. We got plenty of options on our website. Or if you want something a little bit easier to install, these are still pretty easy, but you do have to roll back or forward some. Then I'd recommend the Koenig self-tensioning tire chains. But I really do like how these fit on here, and they're very sturdy too. So if you need any help with getting them on, just stay tuned and we'll walk you through it. To start off the installation, I recommend grabbing some gloves to make this a lot easier. And if you are doing this for the first time, I recommend staying home, trying these out to see if they fit, because you don't want to have to try to figure this out on the side of the road in the middle of a blizzard. So we're going to have our chains laid out, and we want to check a couple things. The first thing is we want to make sure there's no damages to our links. So you can just kind of lift up and check them out. And next up, we want to make sure this isn't twisted either. And before we place them on, we want to make sure this is in the right orientation. So the way your hook should face is when they're on the ground, the hook part should face on the ground, so they're away from your tire. And then we want to make sure that this tensioning system is disengaged. Once you have it like this, then we can start placing them on the tire. The way that's going to look like is by grabbing this red cord from the back, and we're just going to push it behind our tire like so until it sits up here. Then we're going to start stretching it behind our tire. This might take a minute, so you have to work with it. Once you've got this as far as you can get it on your tire, then we're going to start to rotate our tire, either a turn or two, to make sure that this fully wraps around the back side of it. Now, before you do that, I recommend doing the other side too, just so you don't have to repeat this process 2 times. Now that our car's moved, you'll see that we still have this band up at the top. Sometimes that'll automatically wrap behind your tire, but if it doesn't, all you have to do is manually move it. Now, what I like to do is make sure that this hook is still going to be facing up, so we don't have it making contact with our tire, and push it back here. And you might have to work with it a bit so it sits on there just right. We actually had to pull up some just so we could get everything even. After when you've done that on both sides, we can come over to our tensioning system. A trick that we found to help get us having this tensioning system activated, because it can be really tough to tighten, is just pulling on the back and getting some extra slack out of there, and then applying some pressure until it clicks into place. You have this green indicator. And after we have this chain on, you just repeat that on the other side too. And that'll do it for the installation and some of the features of the Pewag Snox Pro Tire Chains on a 2022 Chevrolet Express van.